sense of it all proves beyond you.
Right then, where should we go?
Yes, where should we go? We could go to that bit in Old Town, see if we can find out about that little girl in the box.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, isn't that where you are at the moment, on that road on Old Town?
Well, we were in this part here, the bit where it crosses, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I think the Old Town bit's there, but
Oh, so sorry. Where were you before?
I think it was here, looking through the glass.
I thought you were there at that cross.
No,
Oh, where were you then?
I think we were here, where these lines would cross between, like, hold on, like there.
So you were there. Oh, okay. Yeah, you still feel that that sense of home. It's no stronger than in other places.
Okay.
Do you want me to draw a cross on the map for you?
I think we've already got one, haven't we?
There you go.
Oh, I see. Nice. Yeah, so I believe this other place was where the witch first.
That cross is actually in the wrong place. It's here.
Yeah, I think the other place was where the witch first approached that family.
Yeah. So you walking along that road, you feel that same sense of home, Taveron, as you walk along that road at a certain point where that cross is.
That one.
This one here.
Roger that.
So.
Yeah, so it's a standard road in the Old Town, tall, white-fronted buildings, closely knit, back to back, all 3 stories. People going about their way in a hurry. In this part of town, on the edge, it's still quite well-dressed and well-to-do looking types.
Can I do like an investigation check to see where I feel most at home? Bit like getting warmer.
Feeling cozier. Just like home.
But it's right on that cross. You already know it, basically. It's exactly on that cross is the spot where it's
feels most homely.
Yeah.
Is there anything around on that spot? Perception check?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Smashed it.
You do see something very slight. You would miss it because there were it's kind of buried underneath basically some like crates and some old building blocks that have just been left in the street. You just see this glint of purple, and you push the crate aside, and there is a sliver of purple shining like a rip. So it's there one moment, and sort of fades the next, and then comes back, and then fades again.
Oh
shit!
And it runs.
I put my fingers in it.
You'll put your fingers through it, and they do pass through. And
Prolapse.
The hole or the space there doesn't seem to be quite big enough for a person to get through, but you could certainly get your arm through.
How about fist?
As you pull your arm back, your hand is cut for 1 point of damage.
Fuck's sake!
Your hand is covered in thorns.
Why don't we cast some?
It rings a bell. You've seen this kind of rip before. When you first passed into the Feywild in the attic of the Bloodcurrent estate.
Well, I think we should go through there, but how do we get rid of the thorns?
So there's an X up there then. Oh. This changes everything. And which direction is the crack going in?
It's running approximately north-northwest, south-southeast.
So it is that line. So that is a line.
So in the Feywild, is the landscape the same as this?
It's
So
similar.
if I went 50 meters south in a Feywild, would I be 50 meters south in this world as well?
Make a Arcana check.
I just need to have a little think about something here, boys.
Can I help you think at all?
No.
So that
Do you
line that
reckon
I've
we
just drawn,
think?
is that the direction the crack's go?
Sorry?
Is that
Yeah.
line that I've just drawn the direction the crack's go?
Where have you drawn that line?
The very straight one.
Purple.
Not so. The purple line is the line that you're stood on, seemingly. The north-south line, or north.
But is
Whatever I
the
said it was.
direction of the crack going in the
Yeah.
direction of the long line that's going on to the right?
So the one that sort of cuts the edge of the Papal Palace.
This this one that I'm just going to delete a bit of that one.
Power to the people.
But we saw a crack like this at the Bloodcurrent estate.
Yeah, you did.
Also in the drizzling plunge.
I draw a cross on. Okay. I don't know why that one's in a different purple.
Was there anything else that we saw that we can cross off?
So Widowed Line come from the Bloodcurrent estate.
Didn't we suddenly appear in the Royal Reserve as well? Wouldn't there be something in there?
Yes. Did we
Well,
appear there?
You were. That's where you were. You did appear there, but you travelled through the mirror.
Oh, okay. And where was the body found? In Port Marin.
Port Marin.
Oh yeah.
It was St Claudio's Square. You want me to exit?
Yeah.
So that was the first body. The other body was found in the palace.
And didn't something happen in the
The other body was found in Castillo Verano. In the spring castle, Castillo Primavera.
Can you cross that? So I think this line might be a little bit off. This one, unless it's another one.
Well, that looks like a line, doesn't it?
And was there anything in the barracks as well?
Yes, that's where the in the barracks is where the Oni tried to get you, the gaseous Oni.
Yeah. Bubbles safe house? That was just Sir Brian Orion attacking us though.
Yeah.
Ooh, my line went wrong.
Very well.
That's stupid.
And is it where the 3 points converge?
That's what you've been told.
Because there's one going this way.
Bubbles safe house. Any shit go down there?
Something like that. And then there's one from the top. Let's go that. Not the straightest of lines, but... Is it round here then?
It doesn't really work.
I think that
Ruined
yellow.
my map now.
It's quite fun drawing these lines.
I think it's around, I don't know, around this area. Maybe the chapel? Was there something we missed there?
Do you want to head to the chapel?
That is a leading question.
Hold on.
Yes.
I'm just going to draw some more lines.
Joe, can you draw a straight line for me?
If you should have the polygonal tool.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Mine's
polygons
because my
have
character
that.
sheet's in the way.
You silly sausage.
Presumably, then there's another line. Well, that's just that line continued, isn't it? Yeah. Chapel of the Founders where the shit goes down.
I think there, then round here, Chapel of Thunder.
And that's the 3 lines, isn't it? 1 line, 2 lines, 2 lines. Oh, not that line. That's completely wrong. Right, case closed.
My good God. Stop drawing penises. Okay, so what are you doing?
I think we need to draw a few more lines, to be honest.
I think it is this Chapel of Thunder way. Let's head there.
It's gotta be. Sure.
Okay, you head back to the Chapel of Valhanda, site of your battle with the Green Hag, Stephanie. Or is it Pandora? Pandora, I think.
Whatever it is, they're dead.
Pandora. So you stand outside of the chapel, much the same as it has been previously. There's a notice on the door, and as you approach, it reads, "Unfortunately, the father has gone missing. The chapel is closed until further notice."
Oh, shit.
Fuck that. Going in.
Definitely getting it.
Can I have a little look at where might be a good spot? Investigation?
Yep. It's still daylight, so it'll be with disadvantage. So
Don't matter shit anyway.
it is getting towards evening now, though.
Shall we wait until evening, everyone?
Yeah.
Seeing as my investigation didn't go so well this time.
So you have a quick look at the mirror in the Temple of Lathander. In the mirror. I don't know.
You can look in the mirror, yeah.
Yeah. What does it have?
Might as
Okay,
well.
you peer through the mirror, and you see a gigantic tree, twisted and gnarled, reaching up into the sky. Its branches twisting into almost like an open, almost like it's praying into an open cup, forming a bowl with its branches. And in that bowl, a swirling spiral of purple mist.
Oh my god.
Nothing out of the ordinary in this mirror. Let's be off.
You've seen that kind of sigil, that kind of thing before, but it was upside down the last time you saw it. It looks like this.
Ooh.
Doesn't Kurak have one of these on him as
Be
well?
yawning more.
Anymore.
We've got him.
Let's
Now what?
celebrate at the old Drizzler.
Let's chop this tree down. I don't know why it's gone into like Cockney.
That is a very Cockney phrase. Let's chop this tree down.
Well,
Well, shall we go through the mirror?
are we all rested?
No. I am slightly injured.
Yes, maybe we should rest before.
What a difference a day makes. Let's...
Just a quick point, fellas. Why did we want to find this?
Well, we don't really understand it at all. Kurak's got it on his back. You can't even understand it.
Well, I can't see if it's on my back.
I don't know where it is on you.
I think it is.
Yes, we should rest and then investigate further.
But this
Okay.
links to all the witches' shit. Maybe they're there, and that's where the final showdown will be. Although I thought we were going to go deep into the
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, yeah. we go up or down? It's very
Well,
strange.
we have 3 charges on the mirror.
2.
2
Two.
charges on a mirror. Does that count for 1 charge per one way? Or is it a return trip kind of jobby?
No, you had 3 charges originally. You expended 1 to jump from the Feywild back to the prime material plane, and you have 2 left.
Yes, so it is. If we go, we must commit to whatever we're doing.
That's it. Can't use that anymore.
We've got a few more days before the convergence, isn't it?
Yes. What? Yes, where do we think the final showdown will be? Through this mirror? Or in the Breakfast Club?
In the Breakfast Club, isn't it? Yeah,
Well, the Breakfast Club might lead us underneath to here.
do the witches want to get back to the Feywild, or do they want to just stay here?
Make a Arcana check. Lots of Arcana checks today.
Very strange.
From your basic understanding of reading the Ritual of the Moor, and from the understanding of the history of the nursery books you've read about the legend of the Witches of the Moor, you know that they're banished from the Feywild, and that somehow the Ritual of the Moor grants them. So by opening the Moor on the day of the convergence, they get their powers and youth back. That's as far as you understand it.
So we want to kill them before then. So it's almost like a day or so before when they're kind of the weakest. Not sure.
Yes, me neither. Do we know of anyone in the city that knows about the Feywild?
You've met Odor Oberon, who was he's one of the archmages of the Telarius Academy.
Should we chat
You
to
met
them
him
about-
briefly and chatted about the Yawning Moor to him very early in the campaign.
Maybe
He
it's
was in a
worth
little secret room.
going back to.
You
the
also
city.
met him. He was on the council of the Queen.
Was he the guy who had that ornate sword in his room?
No, that was Alistair de Mondragon.
Oh yeah. Yes, maybe we should visit this chap again. Find out a little bit more. Show him our findings.
So it's evening now. It's probably if the sun has just set.
But we should also rest.
Is there anything else in the church to have a little look round and see?
Yeah. So
Can
you
I-
venture into the church. Oh, well, the door's locked. How are you going to get in? Or are you just looking around the church?
Looking around at the moment.
Okay. Make a. If you're just having a general look, make a perception check.
And looking through windows.
Yeah. You don't really notice anything out of the ordinary, apart from the things that you already noticed. Sort of the last remaining traces of like blackened grass from the encounters with the hounds. And looking through the church, just looks like you'd left it. The altar's still there. Just a standard church, really.
Okay.
I think we need more information about this tree from that bloke we met a while back.
Yeah. Let's head there.
Okay. Just as a point, it's evening now, so the university's probably closed.
We'll start smashing down the door.
Should we rest then?
Wait, where are we at?
You're currently at the Chapel of Lathander,
Yeah, so
the
now that
center of the web.
now that it's dark, can I break in?
Yeah, make a how are you breaking in?
Is the door locked?
Yeah, it's locked.
Can I pick the lock? Or is there...
Yep. Are you trying to not be seen?
Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth check first. You think that you haven't been seen?
Alright.
And then make a thieves' tools check. It's not a difficult lock, and you easily crack it. The door swings open.
In we go, team.
Yes.
Are we all going in? I think I have disadvantage on stuff.
Oh, we gotta roll stealth. Okay. Stealth. Ooh. Oh yeah, actually got quite good stuff. Famous last words. I've run in shooting my shotgun everywhere.
Gigantor just slams the door open. It goes on its hinges.
Hello.
Wade, seeing this, goes, for Christ's sake! For Tom's sake, Gigantor, we're trying to be stealthy. Top of his lungs.
Next time, Tavron, you go ahead and I'll just wait.
So you're pretty sure people have seen you break into the church now?
It's fine, it's police business.
Ah, it's good to be home.
Okay.
Everyone around just thinks this is Gigantor's house now.
So you enter the church, the chapel. So there's the long red carpet leading to the altar at the end, the symbol of Torm, in front of the altar. There are two.
All over the red carpet.
There are two tombs of knights just in front of the altar, and then rows of pews. There's a spiral staircase that you'd previously ascended into a small tower room that was the bedroom of the father that was killed.
Well,
Perception checks.
So what are you doing?
Or-
You're just having
or-
a general look around?
Yeah, investigation.
What will you be investigating?
I guess we're on the hunt for cracks and shit.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
With advantage.
If you're searching the floors for cracks, yeah, then if you're multiple of it are doing it, then you can do it with advantage.
Who's
Yeah,
helping me?
I'll give you a hand. Yeah.
You do find a single crack. It lines up north-south, roughly. In this map, I believe north is to the left. You find it roughly just in front of the altar and underneath one of the pews. It's another small crack, not big enough to fit through, and it's sort of phasing in and out, so you don't even know. It's difficult to ascertain whether it would even be safe to travel through. Whereas certainly another crack here, indicating that this is close to the boundary with the Feywild.
Do we notice any other cracks or like any other directions?
It's in line with one of the lines you've drawn, the north-south line.
Yeah. So it's only the Fey that's coming through at the moment. What are these other lines?
Is there anything we can do to open this up a bit more? Gigantor, can you get your axe on it?
Is it 3 worlds that merge, are close in contact, or is it just 2?
From the discussions you've had previously, it's the boundaries, it's the convergences between the Feywild, the ethereal plane, even, and the Shadowfell.
Right. Is R1 the ethereal?
No, so these are
Oh, it's just that 4 world.
correct. You would know that that the ethereal plane, the Shadowfell, and the Feywild are planes that are kind of parallel to the prime material plane. The ethereal plane is a sort of a wispy place of spirits. The Shadowfell is a place where emotions are all heightened, and it's a place of sort of despair and actually, sorry, the Shadowfell is where emotions are kind of drained, and it's a place of sort of hopelessness and despair. And the Feywild is the opposite of that. It's a place where emotions are heightened, and it's all the highs and all the lows of being alive. It's wild and free. And these planes coexist with the prime material plane. For this, make a straight intelligence check for me, Kurak.
Well.
Basically the limit of your knowledge.
Me correct.
All I would say is that you haven't seen. You notice that you haven't seen anything from the Shadowfell or anything from the ethereal plane. It only appears to be fey things at the moment. You don't know what that means.
Cool. Do I even know my own name at the moment?
You're a bit distracted by the collar around your neck.
Yeah. No one's complimented me on my collar.
Oh, I didn't notice you were wearing a collar, Kurik.
Yeah. Some lovely people forced it on my head really caringly. Hence why all the cuts and bruises.
Really?
Catholic
We hadn't
Church.
noticed.
It's okay.
It's not that we don't care.
No, I'm alright actually.
So, what are you doing, Peach Pals?
Well,
What are we doing?
having a nap.
We should speak to Thingy. We
Oh,
should have
yes.
a nap so correct can heal. I think.
Yes.
So, are you
Nap
going
then
to sleep
talk.
first, or are you?
Yeah, because the university's closed, isn't it?
Yes. Nap then talk.
Where are you going to go?
Breakfast club.
The old
Okay, so you
drizzler.
head-
From some last minute relief. Before.
So you head into the breakfast club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Edwin is there and greets you. Welcome back. Will you be wanting a room?
Yes.
Yes.
You pay the usual price, which I believe was it a gold piece?
Half a copper coin.
It was not half a copper coin. Hold on, let me just check. Tavern room.
I think it's a
Party.
gold piece. We'll say that.
Yes.
Yeah, just say a gold piece.
You're fine.
Modest is one gold piece, yeah.
And how much would it cost for a lady of the night? My friend Kurak has had a rough day, as you can see.
I'm afraid you're in the wrong place if you're looking for that kind of thing. You
So,
should try the.
What about a male of the night?
You should try the La Torre Roja by the Plaza de Bestia. They have the finest ladies in all of Azeron there.
Maybe we should go there, boy. No.
There are some other less preferable localities.
No, we will pay our quarter of a copper piece and stay here.
It's gone up.
Aren't you tired?
Okay.
You get an erection at this hour.
So you head up to your room. Are you all going to sleep, or are you taking watch?
I'm just gonna go sleep.
2 watches.
I'm going to sleep.
So who's the first watch?
Should I do first watch?
I can do first watch because I can do a short rest later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nothing happens. It's uneventful. Just a quiet night, watching the city lights slowly go out. So that's 2 hours. Who's next watch?
Me.
Okay. Wade, 2 hours go past, uneventful. Who's next watch?
I will watch.
Okay. Kurak, did you want to do anything?
Yeah. I'm gonna slowly walk over to Wade
I masturbate.
and slam my hammer into his face twice.
You get advantage.
Oh god! Is this really
What?
happening?
Yeah.
Slam it twice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they
killed
both
him.
hit.
It's killed him.
2 and a 10 damage.
What the fuck is just happening?
Into my face.
Straight into your face and throat.
I am not roused. I'm a deep sleeper.
So you're all startled awake
I'm still
by
meditating.
a couple of huge hammer blows into Wade's face, knocking out his teeth, breaking his nose, and fracturing his jaw. As
I swiftly join in.
Wade suddenly is alertly awake, looking at Kurak, seemingly enraged, eyes flaring, breathing heavily as he begins to assault Wade the Blood Current. And we will leave it there.
Yes. Why didn't we do this sooner? Oh my god. That's what the whisper was.
Why
And
did
all
no
the-
one ask any questions? I've got a random chain thing round my neck. I've been beaten up, yet I'm perfectly happy.
We had no idea what you were into.
Oh, there's some kind of cleric sex thing.
That was
No,
fun.
just-
I was hoping that would happen.
Yeah.
So
I was going to use all 4 attacks on it, but I didn't know.
Probably would have killed me.
this is a victimless exchange. It's fine. Apart from Wade.
Those Bay Knights saying,
I think 2 hammer blows to the face is pretty brutal.
Knocked his teeth out.
Terrible.
Wade wouldn't even be able to scream. It just his jaw would come off.
we'll have to tell Dave to listen to this one as it was pertinent to him.
Yeah. No, it's a shame he wasn't here for that bit.
Yeah, but
Alright.
Dave.
I will catch you guys next week.
See you next week.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
Later.